up guys, it's Steph. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing another planning 101 video, and this is on my best pens to use in the Erin Condren. I am using a notebook, Erin Condren notebook. I'm just going to write on one page because it's the same sort of paper quality. I have a ton of pens to show you guys. These are all like Australian, I like things we can get here, so yes, I have a ton of those to show you. And yeah, so we're just gonna jump straight in. So to start off, I'm just going to start off with a plain black ball pen. This is the Staedtler Stick 430M. It's just a black pen. So so it doesn't really, if I open this up actually, so it doesn't really have any shadowing. I have a heavy hand, so you can sort of see it, and it's a ballpoint, so you can, like, you sort of get a texture, but that's sort of really it. My tripod is just sitting here, so this page is just kind of going to be up, like, actually no, we're just going to tuck it underneath. I do like ballpoint pens, but the colour of them just isn't like great. So this one is just like another cheapy pen. This one's a Papermate, but the actual name is kind of faded off. Papermate Inkjoy. It's just another plain black ballpoint pen. So again, it's a ballpoint, so you do get that texture that you can see there, but like it's not anything sort of really bad. Then I have just this cheapy pen that I got given from someone. It's also a ballpoint. I don't know what brand it is though. It's really thin. If you can see that there, like, it's a really thin ballpoint, so I'm just going to write black spot ballpoint. Actually, this one's kind of runnier. It feels kind of like a felt tip to write with, but it's a ball. You know, there's definitely a ball on the end of that. I don't know if it's going to focus enough for you to see. So anyway, so it has, again, that same bumpiness that the ballpoints have, and it's got a slight bit of shadowing that you can see there, but not really that much at all. Next up I have this ink one. These, I don't remember the brand of these. I'm pretty sure these are Papermate as well. And these are like oil-based ballpoints. So gel, like gel ballpoints. So these write really nice. These are always my favourite pens for school. I just really like those. But it has a little bit of bleed through there and the shadowing as well. Now this one is just a gel pen. I just got it from a $2 shop or something. It's a 0.7 mil. I don't know the brand. It's just a cheapy one, so yeah. It writes pretty nicely as well. It doesn't really have the bleed through, but it does have a little bit of shadowing there. Next up, I want to test my 2 pens from Typo, which is a stationery shop here in Australia. These ones I used for uni last year. It's a Typo fine liner pen in black, and it's a felt tip. I don't know if that will focus. There we go. So it has a teeny little bit of bleed through and a bit of shadowing as well. Then I have this one from Typo, which is just a ballpoint, and it's like a fan. You turn it on. I like these when I'm at uni and lectures and stuff. It's just your basic ballpoint. It doesn't have too much dinting. It doesn't really have any bleed through, but it does leave a bit of a shadow. I think these pages are a little bit thinner than the actual Erin Condren planner pages. So next up, I have a friction erasable clicker in the 0.7. And just next to that, I'm just going to do a little black mark. Now, with the frictions, there's no bleed through, but there is some shadowing. I got really into friction pens for a while because I like that they're erasable, but now I'm just not all about it. I don't know, they're just, in this humidity and stuff, they're not great. Now, I just erased that little blob. There is some discolor on the page. You can't even see that, I'm sorry. So there's some discolor on the page here. Like that yellow mark. And if you flip it over, there's no shadow and no bleed through from where it had been sitting. So that's a positive. Next up, I have 2 Staedtler Triplus fine liners. I couldn't find my black one, so I've just pulled out the darkest grey, and I also have the pink just to test out a colour. I love these. These were my favourite planner pens in my first Erin Condren, because I would colour code and I would use different colours for each day. But I don't really do that anymore. I've since gone onto the strictly black ink, and I have my favourite pens, which I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so there's a little bit of shadow and a little bit of bleed through from the grey on these thinner pages. On the planner pages, neither of those things would come up. I don't think any of these pens so far would shadow on the, except maybe the gel ballpoint. The gel ballpoint, which is this one, would shadow in the planner, but the rest of them wouldn't. There would be no bleed through from any of these so far. Next, I have a Bic Tuxedo Black. This is one of the Market markers, and it's actually a thicker marker. I'm just testing this one just to show you guys, and I know that this one will bleed. So what I'm going to do, so just have another notebook here. I'm just going to take a page from the notebook and I'm just going to slip it underneath, just so I don't ruin the back page. I don't know why anyone would want to use these in a planner, but permanent markers and things like that are handy to have. So, oh, it didn't bleed at all through the page, so that's lucky. However, there's a lot of shadow and a bit of bleed through on this page as well. So, while I'm on the marker topic, I'm just going to slip this back under, and I'm going to do all of my Sharpie markers. I've pulled out a black fine point permanent marker, the Sharpie ultra fine point permanent marker in black, in blue, and also in red. So this one is a slightly more pointed tip than the Bic marker. If we do a comparison of the two. Ooh, sorry about that. So you can see there, the Bic marker is really rounded and the Sharpie one is more of a point. And then directly underneath that, I'm going to do the ultra fine points, which are actually like a felt tip marker. I like these ones for writing on stickers. But I really only use the black one. I have these in a ton of different colors, and I think when I do a destash in a couple of months, I want to probably use them in a giveaway or sell them or something like that. We'll see. Okay, so that's all those Sharpies. So there was no bleed through onto this page, which is lucky because usually a Sharpie does. Flipping over, the red has some shadowing, no bleed through. Blue has some shadowing and a slight bit of bleed through. The black, and these are the ultra fine points. The ultra fine point black has a lot of shadowing and a bit more bleed through, and the Sharpie fine point has some bleed through as well. So I'll move this notebook back out of the way. On that line with my Sharpies, I am going to test out a Sharpie pen. I couldn't find my black one of this either. I'm pretty sure it's dead and I need to get a new one. But I pulled out the dark purple, which is probably the closest that I have. So flipping it over, there's no real shadow or bleed through on that one. It's a slight shadow, but nothing to sort of be bugged about. Next up are my two favourite pens. These are the Pilot G2s. I have the 0.38. Next up are my two favourite pens. I have the Pilot G2s. I have the 0.38 and the the 07. The 0.38 is my go-to pen. I actually have like another 3 of them here, so it's my go-to, but we're just going to try out this one first. These are like jelly roll pens. I think this one's actually dying. It's not writing as nicely as it usually does. We'll try it with a new one. There we go. So flipping that over, there's the bumpiness, there's a little slight shadow, but there's really no bleed through from that. Last up, I have my white Uniball Signo Broad. I got this from Kiki K. Oh, I can't even see that, sorry. Uniball Signo Broad from Kiki K. This is just my white jelly roll pen. I just used the Bic marker to create a black background so that it would show up on the page. This is a white pen, so any bleed through does not matter. It's pretty wet so you do have to, oh, sorry, you can sort of see here the drops and stuff, but you do have to wait for it to dry a little. But even though I did colour that over, there is no indication at all that that was there. So that's it for this pen test video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below what pens you use. I would love to know. Also, go ahead and subscribe for more videos, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye!